Hi, I'm Joe Connolly of WCBS 880 News, along with producer Neil A. Caruso. And today we want to introduce you to a woman who has founded an interesting new business. We'll ask her what's going on because the name of the new business is Gowzon. They tell you what's going on, if I understand it correctly. Do I, Andrea
Yes,
Caldwell?
yes, you do.
Tell us about your business.
Well, it's the fast, free, and fun way to find out what to do today. It's a place. It's an app where you can go on and see all the exciting things happening right in your area.
What gave you this idea for a business, Andrea?
So it was built from frustration and a little bit of FOMO because after a weekend, we would find out all these great things that had happened nearby and miss them only because there wasn't one cohesive place to find all the great things happening in your area.
You know, that's an issue too. There's so much media now. You can check six places, and something that you wanted to do might be listed in the seventh.
Exactly.
What sort of events draw the most clicks or interests on the app?
Right now, we're finding a lot of live music and kid activities. They're the ones that are drawing the most.
What did you do before you started this business?
So I'm still doing it. I do event planning. So I plan conferences, trade shows, meetings, all types of business events.
You know, and that's what we often find. I always ask that question because 90% of the time, the business that the person has started has some sort of connection to something that they had done in the past. I
Mhm.
mean, events were your life then, right? You know?
Exactly, exactly. And I travel to a lot of different places. And part of it is that I would travel to a different city and be hunting for all the fun things to do in that immediate area of where I am. And whether it's a rooftop bar with music for some of my attendees or something to that effect, it was always just troublesome to hunt those things down.
Rooftop bar with music sounds good. Neil?
Yeah, sounds interesting. Sounds like something that I'd be
Yeah,
interested in going to.
I'd go to that. Yeah.
I hear from people in news that these, calendar stories seem to do well. So there's no surprise to me that people are interested. They're always looking for something to do. What's the feedback that you get from customers? Are they finding events that they wouldn't normally see on, just Google or Ticketmaster or whatever it may be?
Yes, and what I love about this is it's not just events, but I'm getting feedback. I just did yesterday actually from someone that I know who contacted me and was like, "Oh my goodness, I just found the greatest little, bakery in town that I had never even been to before because I woke up in the morning, I checked Goes On, I wanted to see what was happening, and I stopped there first. And it was just a place that had something, lovely on the menu that they were serving that day, but that was its own news. So that's what brought them there, and they called me up and they thanked me because they were like, "This is fantastic." And then in turn, they also were showing the business owner, this app goes on. You should, you have to do more on it.
Well, those businesses must love it.
Yeah, yeah. So we're getting really great feedback.
What's your business model? Tell us, are you profitable? How are you tend to grow Goes On?
So we're still very much in startup mode. So we really launched the week of Christmas, and it started getting out there in the world, and people are downloading it on their phones. And we have it open right now so that it's free for users. It will be free for users, and then it's free to business owners right now. So they contact us, we get their information on there. We've been populating it with businesses, and the idea is for them to adopt their own space. We also realize that business owners really just they don't need one more thing to do. So will also be another arm of the business to help them produce some of the content that will go onto it. So it's not profitable just yet. We do have it open and free for all because we really just want to get people using it. And we're starting here in Fairfield County, and it's kind of built to spread from there.
But you will have to charge, right? This is an advertising company
Mhm.
at its roots. So how will you transition them to paying? And have you told them that eventually we will start to charge?
Exactly. So we are saying eventually we will charge, and it will be competitive to advertising in the area. It's not going to be thousands per month. It'll be, a membership type fee that will be, in the hundreds. But it will turn into that eventually. Yes.
So does this mean you're still in the events business? Are you still doing that business too?
I'm still doing that business too. Yes.
So, Andrea, how many people are viewing the app every day?
Right now, it depends on the day. Like a Monday, it'll be a little less than the weekends. But we have thousands of people who have it on their phones. And this is fun to watch in the background. We can go on the app in the back and see who's clicking on which different event or which different business. And there's always people on there, and they're all hunting around. And one interesting fact is that we have people who are on the app and stay on for about 11 minutes at a time.
That's a long time, right?
It is.
So, Andrea, what are some events listed for tonight, if you have any? Just for instance, on the day that we are recording this.
Oh, excellent. Well, if I go through, I could search by location. So I went to Bridgeport, Connecticut, and Park City Music Hall has music tonight. It's a System of Down tribute. There's also WPKN's Black History Month film series that's happening. Let's see. And When You're Finished Saving the World is an event that's happening at Stage 1 in Fairfield. So it's a way to just pull up a list of everything happening.
Those are 3 for tonight. Now, are some restaurants on there all the time?
Yes, we definitely have restaurants too. I just happened to pull up ticketed events, but you could pull up restaurants and see who has half-price bottle of wine or who has some type of special this evening.
You could get a commission on the
That's neat.
ticket sales too. Well, maybe not if they're already paying, but you can always ask. Are you having fun with this?
Oh, we really are, and it's morphing and evolving every day. And we have our classic business model that we started with, and even that, as we go, is always changing.
Like, how does it evolve day to day? What do you mean? Tell us.
So just the different people coming on, the feedback that we're getting, talking to business owners, and seeing what type of payment model would work for them, or what type of membership model, or how much work they'd want to put into it or not. That's where it's really making the most changes.
Right. Because you can add on a lot of services. You could do the work for them if they didn't want to do it, or maintain it and edit it. And I see that you're looking for, this is very unusual for a new business, you're looking for paid ambassadors. You'll actually pay. What is that, to go out and find events?
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of people out there right now who are really good at building content. And we want to, bring them into our team and have them help these small businesses be able to promote themselves better. So it's just merging the two together and hopefully making a successful product.
Neil?
Yeah, no, that's fascinating. So you would basically give these businesses a platform in addition to their website, but to have a way to grab people in their local community.
Exactly. And the feedback that we're getting is a lot of the small business owners, they're doing social media, but they're kind of maxed out doing that. So if we can help them build this content and help them, from the photos to the titles, and there's not much to it. It's a photo, a title, and a little bit of text. We made it really simple. But if we have people help them with that and, make it look even better and get a little more attention, that would be helpful.
Why do you think they're finding this less stressful or more pleasant than social media?
Well, I'm not quite sure of that yet, but I do know, I think it's the simplicity of it, because you really just take a picture and upload it. And one of the best parts about it is that when you're on social media, the only people who are seeing your content are the people who are following you. But if you have something on Gowzon, they're doing it location-based. So it's all the things happening in your area. You don't necessarily have to be following them.
That's why we do local news, and why I hope local newspapers continue to exist in print or online, or preferably both. It's local. That's just being rediscovered. That was known in the 1950s and 60s. The newspapers knew that. It's so interesting what you said. Have any of the users given you ideas for new category headings, or do they just want more of what's on there now?
Absolutely. I just got one the other day, actually, from my brother and my niece. They reached out to me and they were like, is there a category for where you can bring dogs yet? Because they have this, great chocolate lab that they want to bring to different places, and they are looking to find out where to take her.
You said, let me write that down, right? You're going to have a long list.
Yeah.
I bet that's a big market.
Yeah, exactly. Because they don't want to leave her home on the weekend. So they
Sure.
want to know all the great places to take her. That's my other niece, June.
So this is an app and a website. Tell us how people get the app or get the website, or how can people get your business?
It's super easy. So it's on Apple and Android. You just go to the App Store and pull down the app. And once it loads, it'll ask for your location, which you can use only when the app is on if you'd like. And then it pulls up everything happening in your area. So we built it so it's super easy for everyone to use.
And notes that spelled Gowzon.
Exactly. Gowzon.
And Walter Cronkite used to say at the end of the news, and that's the way it is today. So we'll close this by saying, and that's what's going on at Gowzon. Good luck.
Thank you so much.